And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day, another week, another edition of LiuLi Cup Weekly, a very special edition. Welcome to the monthly finals for the month of August 2025. I'm Coach ZvT. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the boom chats, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all, to a very, very special event. Again, this is the monthly finals. We've had LiuLi Cup for the past 3 weeks, 3 weeks straight of LiuLi Cup weekly action, and now we are here with the monthly finals. Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves. We have an 8-player invitational based off of their performances throughout the course of the history of LiuLi Cup. And let's jump in. Let's jump into our first best of 3, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Leyline's going for the proxy 2 racks. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran for Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Rogue. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series, because it's not proxy 2 racks, it's going to be a proxy 3 racks. Aye, aye, aye. We have a third SCV, a third racks on the way. Cure, he's going to double down. He is going to commit. It's going to be all or nothing here for Cure. Again, no gases, mass marine, bunker rush out of our Terran player. Meanwhile, we do see Rogue hatch gas pool. Standard opener out of Rogue. It does have the Overlord here scouting for proxies, and he will find the proxy. He'll find the cheese. He'll find the all-in. Let's go. Let us go. Meanwhile, big shout out to all those in the chat as well. I see Baby Lings in the chat. I see Baby Lings. I see Rowdy as well. Saikons, Pecoeta. Cuídate. I did hear, Pecoeta, about your troubles breathing, your troubles sleeping. Hope you're taking care. Look after yourself, Matthew. Look after yourself. As we are getting into our initial build, our initial cheese, our initial all-in. Let's go. Now again, this has been sorted by Rogue. Rogue, he is fully aware, and Rogue, he's going to pull the boys. Exactly what Cure wants, by the way. Remember, this is a 3 racks, not a 2 racks. Cure, he wants the boys to be pulled, and he wants to ideally try to get as much economic damage as possible. We do have the Spine Crawler on the way. Drones are coming in. Up. Yeah, the drones are coming. That's sacking here from Rogue, but alas, the 3 Marines have been revealed. The 3 SCVs have also been revealed as well. And so far, so good. Cure, he is pushing forward again. He has to be so careful. Oh no! The bunker is denied. And bunker just now being thrown down. Bunker is on the way. Bunker is in production. More Marines are amassing. Lings have arrived. With the help of the Lings, well, the drones, I believe this should be the defense here for Rogue. It should be a defense. Comes in for the attempted surround. Marines, oh, they slip away. Yeah, they slip away. They do slip away, and they've done it. Cure, he has done it. He kills all the Lings. He kills the drones as well. It's going to be 3 drone kills, but the Spine Crawler is done. The bunker is denied, and hey, that was only 3 drones, and most of the workers survived, actually. And with that, Rogue is holding. With that, Rogue, he is holding on. He's surviving, man. He's surviving. And again, only 3 drone kills. Really impressive defense here by Rogue. He's got a Spine Crawler up and running. No queens. Sorry, he's got this 1 queen. He's got a handful of Zerglings, and Cure is expanding. We're backing up. The game will continue. So the game does progress from here. Oh! As Rogue does move out. Lings likewise just confirming that the racks have been lifted. There's no proxy, or there's no tech lab here for proxy stim or combat shields or anything crazy like that. And from here, the game will progress. When it comes to the bracket itself, after this series, we'll be going over the bracket. We'll get there. Meanwhile, double expand, 2 CCs out of Cure. I mean, especially after going for a very aggressive build, we gotta go for a greedy follow-up. But Lings, they do get in. That should not have happened. They slip into the main base. A lot of boys are being pulled. A lot of mining time is being lost here. A lot of mining time. And this does feel like a shaky follow-up here out of Cure. Links are being dealt with. Now SCVs are going back to mining. That's 1 Ling goes down. Okay, 1 Zergling does fall. Final one should be falling. And from here, we are just going to be building up. We're building up our own 2 bases. Gas is being mined. We'll see if we're going to just get into link speed, then pull out or preserve it. Here we go. Link speed is on the way, but we are staying in gas. Interesting. Yeah, my attention. My eyes are on the potential early lair timing, or even early roach warren. You have my attention. You have my attention, Esther Rogue. Third base is being taken. For now, we are just going to be droning up. Droning up and saturating. We have a 5 racks follow-up. Okay, we have a 4th and 5th racks on the way. That's a lot of raxes. That is a lot of raxes here. So it's getting to his 5 rack setup. The downside, of course, is that there's not going to be any Hellion Harass. No Hellion Harass delayed at tank production, mine production, anything factory or starport related. So Cure, he's going to be stuck at home purely off of mineral income, getting stim, combat shields, and building up his natural, and eventually claiming his 3rd. The pressure is on Rogue, and we're already seeing that, hey, with that pressure being added, we are mining gas, we're working towards Eva Chamber, this should be +1. Carapace is going to be on the way. Still more gas is being mined from, as we're still looking to saturate that 3rd base, but again, we should be working towards, I would imagine, a Lair, potentially a Spire, potentially a Roachhorn. We'll see what the gas is going to be spent on, because we already have a 2nd gas. Already a 2nd gas. Baneliness. Baneliness is going to be on the way. Okay, we're settling in. And personally, I do actually favor Cure's position here. Cure, he's in a really nice position. Just because of what? Well, his 3rd. I believe he shouldn't be punished. Yes, we have some Zerglings being produced, but for the most part, it feels like Rogue wants to build up into a longer game. Assuming he gets a Lair. Oh. Rogue. He's not droning. he should be droning up his 3rd right now, but he is not. He's not droning up. He's going for the Baneling Nest, and it looks like Rogue, he plans to be aggressive, plans to move out, because he's making nothing but Zerglings. Yes, we do have the Lair on the way that will give access to Baneling speed, of course, but that's going to be a lot of lings here for Rogue. At the same time, Cure does move out across the map. Rogue is checking for any kind of move out, and that's a lot of Marines. That's a lot of Marines, and I'll be honest, Cure, he might just have too much. Yes, there are Banelings morphing in, but they're going to be slow Banelings. Remember, there's no Lair. I mean, there never was. The Lair is only halfway done. Cure, he scans, he sees the army. I feel like he could try to commit into this, but no, he backs off. Cure, he has potential. Now playing it safe. Rogue going for the dive. Does attempt to. Marines, they will stim away. Yeah, exactly. They stim away. They kite well. They punish. Banelings are all going to be going down. Does spend another stim. Sees dancing on the edge of creep. He does out-trade Rogue, but doesn't quite commit onto creep. Doesn't risk it. Cure doesn't risk it. He pulls away. They do get across the map. No major damage here, but we're kind of settling down from here. Yes, Cure, he's still shocking around, for sure. He's still shocking around, still looking for damage. Rogue, he's going to stabilize. Baneling speed finishing up in a couple of seconds. He's almost there. Rogue, he's almost there. And again, Rogue, he's still on a very low drone count. He's still very committed. He's been on a low drone count the entire game, as he has not even saturated his 3rd base. Just massing up more Link Bane. Rogue is moving in. Army gets spotted. No bunkers. Yeah, no bunkers, no Widowmines, Link Bane. They do head towards, I would imagine, the mineral lines. They're going straight for the main army. Does head for the army, not quite worth it. Banelings get shut down. And so did the Zerglings. Yeah, that was a big commitment. That was a big commitment from Rogue. And again, he's still undersaturated. Still heavily undersaturated at the 3rd base, and again, no drones at the 4th. Rogue, he's forcing himself all in. He's only got the 1 Eva chamber, so he has no melee upgrades. He's going to be outscaled as the game goes on. He has to end the game soon. Meanwhile, from the side of Cure, still no bunkers at the 3rd base, still no Widowmine production. He's getting a couple of Hellions, which will actually help against the Ling Bane. There is an armory, so he can morph into Hellbats. As time goes on, it's going to get better and better for Cure. He's just getting further ahead. So Rogue, we have to end this soon. Here we go, he's going in. As Cure moves out, Rogue moves in. Moves in, we have some Hellbats to defend. Lings ahead towards a third. Oh, coming in for the surround. Bailings, it will crash in. Getting into the mineral line. At the same time, Curie does push forward. Oh, damage is being done. SCVs are going down. Curie, he will get an expansion, but remember, the base doesn't matter. Like, Rogue, he's barely had an economy to begin with, and that's going to be 29 SCV. Oh my god! 33 SCV kills. The other workers are going down. So far, the counterattack is working. And Rogue, he's trying to hold on. It looks like he will. Wow, Rogue with the all-in. He kills 40 SCVs. He does defend against the main army and across the map. Cure, he did not have enough to defend. Again, we spoke about how little stack defense he had. No winter mines, no bunkers, no nothing. He was vulnerable back at home. And Rogue, he comes in for the surround. GG gets called, and Rogue, he takes game number 1. Takes the lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very aggressive game here out of Rogue. Again, he stayed on a very low drone count. He never saturated his third base. He never droned up. He never got a second Evo chamber. He was very all in. But hey, he waited for the opportune moment. He waited for Cure to push out across the map. And Cure, multiple times, we saw he was very tentative to push onto creep. Very tentative. So his own attacks, his own aggression was always a little bit stifled. And he never really was able to achieve any meaningful damage across the map. He never pushed into the bases, even though there were opportunities for Cure. Never went for them. Rogue got away with it. And Rogue, he was able to pop off with his all-in. GG. GG, well played with that. Congratulations with that. Rogue, he does take the first game, and now we're getting into game number 2. Now, as a reminder, this is a best of 3. Best of 3, not a best of 5, not a best of anything else. Best of 3, likewise, single elimination bracket. Single elimination, baby. Aye, aye, aye. So, 1 and done. That's all you got, baby. That's all you got. Oh boy. You had, it's one of those things where if Cure had been, I should say, winding it back a little bit, if Cure had recognized how all-in Rogue was, if he had recognized how few drones there were and how little setup there was for a longer game, then all Cure would have to do is defend. If he was just chilling back at home, being more defensive, then he would have just ran away with that game. But alas, he did move out, left himself vulnerable. GG. GG, well played. Now we're getting into game number 2, and let's go. We're jumping into that second game, and we'll see if we can force the ace match, or if it all ends here and now. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid down in this series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. It is Cure. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player, the red Zerg from South Korea representing Team Falcons. It is Rogue. Oh, here we go. And this time we don't have any cheeky proxies. This time there are no SCVs across the map. As a reminder, last game Cure did open up proxy 3 racks. And he got out of it. He got away with the macro follow-up. But alas, things eventually went the way of Rogue. So far, standard openers. Hatch gas pull out of Rogue. Meanwhile, we do have a Rax expand out of Cure. Let's go. Let us go. So players are going to be settling into something much more standard. But I feel like Rogue is still going to be the one that we're going to be looking at here for something more crazy. I mean, Cure, he can be a very aggressive player as well. You know, he's not afraid to 8 racks, for example. He's not afraid to be in your face. But Rogue, he's a player that's going to be cutting workers and committing a little bit harder, I feel. Like we saw in the last game. But now, though, we're calming down. Welcome to Persephone. Persephone is an interesting map in the map pool. It has these healing pads in the center, has the gold bases, has these long speed zones as well that you can try to take advantage of to be a little bit more mobile towards the edges of the map. All in all, we do see some longer games here if we can cut the map in half, but that's a big if. And I'll be honest. Oh my god. I'm gonna say something crazy. I can't remember the last time I casted a TVZ on Persephone. It's one of those things where, if you're familiar with the CranKy Ducklings, you're familiar with that channel, you would know that like Zerg players are rare. Unfortunately, but they are rare. They're a rare side. So Zerg matchups in general, we don't actually get to cast that often. Maybe like once a month. Like I don't know, buddy. I don't know. So yeah, it just kind of clicked in my mind that I haven't not casted a TVZ on Persephone in a while. It's been maybe since EWC, maybe. Jesus. It's good to be back. I was about to go on a spiel about like, oh, like late game matchups, like late game PvT, and I just realized that like I've been mainly casting PvT on Persephone. And PvP as well. So yeah, I appreciate that we're able to experience at least some Zerg while we can. Let's pick it. Behind this, we do have a third CC before Starport, so economic follow-up here at Akira. Follow-up is economic. Rogue is just now pulling back in the gas. Everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. Everything looking as it should be. From here, we can get into Reaper Hellion aggression. We can then follow up with that Cloak Banshee, or we can leave the Tech Lab on the racks and get into Stim instead. We got options. But there's the add-on swap. The add-on top. As I was talking about standard play here, but we do have a Roach Warren this time out of Rogue. Okay, so early Roach Warren, we have +1 carapace on the way, and from here it looks like a more Roach-based opener, a bit of a safer start out of Rogue. I say safer start, this can turn aggressive. If we go for a second Evo Chamber into +1 range, we can turn this into a 3-base all-in. True, that is a viable option here for Rogue. We'll see if he's just playing safe or if he wants to be aggressive again. Also keep an eye on his droning. Back at home, Cure. Going for his Cloak Banshees. Cloak is on the way. Banshee is also on the way. Cure taking his third. Getting to his 5-rack setup. Sorry, 3-rack setup. And we'll see what Cure can get done. He's built up to 8. Yeah, built up to 8 Hellions. With this, he can go for a dive. Roaches are going to be there, or at least they should be there to stop him. Aliens are rotating. Banshees, I don't really find too much here. Thankfully, Rogue, he has his spores ready. Means they're going to be able to respond. We're still kind of building up. Hellions, they rotate. Roaches are keeping up as well. Rogue deflects. And we're headed towards Infestation Pit. So a style that's been very trendy as of late has been Roach-based openers to be safe. Then you go into melee upgrades with 2 Evo Chambers. We're still missing that second Evo Chamber. And you head into Hive and you head into Ultras, right? That has been a very, very popular style as of late. We do have a second Evo Chamber on the way. We'll see if he invests into melee upgrades. We'll see if the plan is to go into Ultras. As Hellions, they do dive into the mineral line. 4 drones going down. Remember, these are 8 Hellions, and they don't quite even trade 1-to-1. 8 Hellions for 6 drones. So Roki holds, he defends. Behind this, not an Ultra Cavern. We are taking into Hydras, which means that the goal here should be Lurkers. Should be Lurkers, not Ultras, which means we should be seeing, yep, +1 range, not melee. So range upgrades are on the way. We'll see if Cure can break Rogue before Lurker attack. It's going to be his goal. creep, dropping into the main. There's an opening. There's that lurker den. We spoke about that's going to be the big power spike for Rogue, is getting into lunkers. And so far, Cure, he doesn't know. He has not scouted, did not see the hive timing. Didn't see the hive morphing in, didn't see the infestation bit. He has seen nothing so far. Just roaches. So Cure is still in the dark. We spoke about this at the start of the game as well, about how Persephone is known for, or can be known for, longer games because you can slow the game down, cut the map in half. It can be very difficult to take bases from your opponents, except for the gold. Like, the gold base is probably the most contested base here, the most contested expansion. A little bit may come down to the gold if we slow things down. As Kira's still looking for a way in. Oh, Banshees into the natural, not bad. Spore out of position. And these Banshees from the start of the game, they get 10, 11 drone kills, and they get a full scout. Here we go. He gets eyes on the Hydrogen, Lurker Den, and the Hive as well. Nice scout here from Cure. The Banshees, they pop off. They keep going. They get 16 kills. Ay, ay, ay. Very nice. It took them a while, but the Banshees, they pay for themselves. The Banshees are cleaned up, but again, a very nice damage here from Cure. And he's pushing. He is moving out. Again, because of the scout, he knows that he's on a timer. He knows that there's a big power spike coming. He knows that he has to try to break through before lurkers, and hey, 0 lurkers. 0 lurkers already. Survivors are popping out, lurker upgrades are on the way, but there are no lurkers ready for this. And it's go time. It's go time for Cure. Here we go, 4 lurkers are now morphing in. Here they are. 4 lurkers are on the way. Cure, he has no Ghost Academy. Wait, no, sorry. He does have a Ghost Academy, he has no Ghost. Random Pattern Marines. Rogue just buying time for the lurkers. Again, he's got 4 so far. In range. Sound the expansion. It does snipe 2 of those tanks, not bad. And we have the lurker count is slowly building up. We have 6 so far, soon to be 9. That is a kill on a cancel. Cure, he is killing bases, but he's not pushing further in. Yeah, he's not going to be able to. The lurkers have a mass, which means Rogue, he can stabilize. Oh, he's even counterattacking. Okay, that bold move. We spoke about this last game. Cure, we spoke about it in game number 1, how Cure, he was so tentative to push onto creep. Here, there are no lurkers to defend. All the lurkers move out across the map. Right now would be his time to push, but he doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know. Meanwhile, here comes a massive counterattack. Very risky move here from Rogue. And Cure is racing home. He's racing back home. Base is under fire. Does get one of the lurkers. Okay, nice cleanup. And cleans them up. The ghosts have arrived. What was that? 4 or 5 lurkers going down. And Cure defends. Cure, he defends. This counterattack wasn't worth it. It had potential. Did have potential, but it was not worth it. The Hydra lurker gets cleaned up, and there are how many? There are 2 lurkers left. 2 lurkers remaining. Which is, again, which will be the time to move in. Este Cure. That was a really nice cleanup. And he is reinforcing. He is moving out. Ghosts are now in the mix. Rogue, he's up to 5 lurkers. one. Down to 4. Down to 4 lurkers. Curious pushing forward. Once again, Rogue is able to hold the line. Has yet to try to take the gold. Not yet. Oh, getting himself with the tanks. And tanks are going to be going down. Nice blinding clouds. He yoinks the final tanks. With that, tank gets reset. 0 tanks left. Go base is on the way. Secure, he should have enough to hold on. He's got his 3 ghosts back at home if he can react in time. Yeah, there we go. Nice reactions. Gets 1, gets 2 lurkers. He defends. Oh. Doesn't lose the ghost. Ghost will survive. The abductions. Does cost Rogue a couple of Vipers. So, he's ready for the Nidus Worms. They're not getting up and running. But this is still going to cost him a mineral line. 15 SCVs going down. Ay, ay, ay. They're beating a little workers. Nice snipes, though. Workers are exposed. The workers are going down. Yeah, even the abduction, not ideal. The tank boys are brutal. There's only a handful of lurkers left. Oh, the army's punching up, though. Oh, yeah, the changeling is actually disrupting the concave. Not bad use of the changelings. And Kyrhi holds. Kyrhi does barely hold on. Did cost him a lot of units, though. He's running out of gas. Both players are. Rogue is getting his own goal base up and running. Gases are being taken, as you mentioned. So he needs more gas. And from here, Rogue, he's slowly whittling away at Cure. I mean, Cure's been losing minerals. He's been losing workers, I should say, losing his economy. Rogue, he has 6,000 minerals in the bank. Jesus. He can't start to be remaxing with Lings and just throw Lings away. Gas is still finite, though, for both players. Gas is still an issue. The Rogue, he has map control, he has momentum. Cure's been stuck defending for the past couple of minutes. He's been stuck at home. And stuck trying to respond to this army. We'll change things all over the place. Not quite mass overseer, but it's close enough. Changelings are moving out. He does best. Trying to find areas here to Nidus. As he finds a way into the planetary, not bad. Army's out of position, planetary will go down. Oh, it should go down. Rogue's forced to respond. Nope. Yeah, one more volley. Countering falls. Here, I'm liking this counterattack. Takes down a base, does force Rogue to react. Again, Curie still has the more efficient army. Takes down the line of lurkers. He's just all over Rogue. And Rogue is running out of lurkers here. That's so many lurkers going down. What do we have left to defend? A handful of banelings? Ugh. There we go. We have 100 Zerglings. 100 Zerglings in production. That may be enough. We need the lings back. We need them. Oh my god. The tank spread is crazy. The Ling Bane melts. Zerglings are trickling in. Oh no! Who is it? Oh Jesus. As there's a bit of a lag spike. Hopefully we're okay. Tells move out. Oof. Doesn't quite break the gold. It's still very close between our two players. Again, that lurker army that we once had, it's gone. Rogi is down to 0 lurkers. Down to Ling Hydra. 3 lurkers left. Likewise, the gold base still carrying Rogue, still carrying at least the mineral income. Now, what's scary about Persephone, and we're gonna start getting there soon. We spoke about it, how you can't really take your opponent's bases, which means yes, Rogue has been denying some expansions. That's true, but he can't really take those bases for himself. It's just so difficult to do here on this map, just because there is like this. There's so much dead space between one half and the other half of the map itself. So these bases essentially they still belong to Cure. These resources are still the Terrans. Jesus. Oh my god, so many just free dead lurkers. Oh my god. So that's 5 lurkers going down. And Curie's just been so much more efficient. This one's on the way. Cure always just leaving units in position to defend. Oh, nice bailing run by though. Planetary. Here it goes. Just catch on the tanks. Again, I'm concerned about the gases that we're losing here for Rogue in regards to the banelings. Has to be so careful here with how he spends his gas units. Morphing in more lurkers once again. Oh, the lankers. Essentially, Rogue is at capacity. Like, he has all the bases that he will ever have. Again. Cure out of position. His main army is off towards the left-hand side. Cure. Where are we going? What's going on? Rogue trying to break that planetary. Barely does not. Planetary does survive. Curie's going for the counterattack. Rogue is ready. Does parabomb. Oof, Jesus, there are quite a lot of lurkers here. Curie cannot push into this. At the same time, Rogue doesn't have enough Ling Bane to dive on the ghost. They're moving in. And what's important about this move out as well is that Curie, he's alleviating that pressure. His planetary is still mining, his bases, they're still... I spoke too soon. Rogue is like, you know what? I can't defend against all these ghosts, let's just counterattack. Let's just send it. He does. mules. Takes down a planetary. This is where I have to start worrying for Cure's economy as well. Cure, no mining. He has bases, but where are the workers? Where are the workers? But there we go. Workers are trying to transfer. Cure, he needs SCVs. He has not made a worker in quite some time. Oh, where are we going? Oh. Getting a little bit messy here. As workers are long distance mining. There we go. Not pulling back. Sling finds the academy. Finds the command center. And Cure, he's out of money. He's at, like, again, he has bases, he has potential to mine from, but he has no SCVs, he has no economy right now. Cure, he needs time. Needs to get back to mining. Get to mining, baby. Get to mining. Jesus, that's a lot of Bailings. It's gonna be 83 Bailings. Jesus. 83 Bailings. He's gonna commit. Yeah, from here, finally committing in. Just building up more Link Bane. Nice mining clouds. The tanks, they do nothing. Ghost's gonna be going down. And these are losses that Cure, he can't quite afford. Yeah, can't quite afford it. We have more. We have 28 Hydras being rebuilt. Rebuilt on Mass Hydra. Lings are on the way as well. And Cure, again, he's down to 18 SCVs. He has no workers back. He has no workers left. Ah. Up to 20, let's go. And this did turn into a battle of attrition. If you recall earlier, I was like, oh, it'll be okay. Like, Curie's got all these bases. Like, he can eventually, like, take left-hand base as well, but I never quite got there. As he was losing workers, like, he just wasn't rebuilding them. Right now, he is trying to amass workers again, but it's something that he did neglect, like, over the course of the game. Just neglected worker production until it got to this point. And Rogue, he's coming in for the final kill, for the final attack. Once again, there's not really much left over. There's more changelings than there are Marines. Ah, no. Changelings, get out of the way, Pappy. Get out of the way. They're blocking some of the Link Bane from moving in. As Cure loses a center base and bottom right as well. Losing more bases, losing more mining. Rogue morphing in 29 more Bailings. I feel like a little bit unnecessary. I feel like pure Ling can still do the trick here, but sure. It's fine. Cure just doesn't really have much left over. He has a decent army to work with, true. Like, he has a decent amount of army supply, but it's quite limited in what he can accomplish. and just stuck defending at home. Oh, I forgot to open up predictions. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Oh, no. Did I not open up? Did I not Gamba time? Yeah, I did. Okay, next series. Gamba time. Gamba time. Next series. My apologies. I just noticed. I'm a little bit fatigued. It's our second cast of the day, and I did not nap in between. So. A little bit fatigued after the cast this morning. I'll get on it. No, I'm not opening up the Gamma now, okay? It's too late for that. It's too late. Next series. As from here, we blind and card most of the tanks. Bailings they roll in. Not the most efficient use of Bailings, and half of them are stuck behind the Hydras. But despite that, it's still going to be enough anyway. As Rogi rushes in, GG gets called, and Rogi will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations to Rogue as it does claim the series, does advance on. My condolences to Cure here. Cure honestly had a really strong showing in Game 1. I can see a world where Game 1 would have gone Cure's way and then we could have seen an ace match, but Game 2 was more heavily in Rogue's favor. We spoke about this window in time where Cure could maybe try to break Rogue before Lurker tech. Once Lurkers came out, Rogue, he was for the most part able to secure himself and able to stabilize and slow the game down. I say for the most part, Rogue had some questionable moves early on where he threw away all of his Lurkers. Remember when he counterattacked away all the Lurkers, but if you recall, Cure was never able to punish, was never able to capitalize, never able to deal any real meaningful counter damage to Rogue. GG. With that, GG well played. With that, let's catch up on the bracket itself. Let's go. There's a lot to catch up on. As we switch our scenes over, and we just wrapped up our first series. Bam, there it is. Rogue. Oh, my apologies. Break that for a moment. There it is. Rogue takes down Cure 2-0, so Rogue advances on to lower semifinals. As you can see, we still have a plethora of matches ahead of us. We have Max Bax versus Trigger in a PvP. We have Hero versus Björn. We have, just now wrapping up, Cure versus Rogue, and a Classic versus Hero Marine. Oh boy. Now, when it comes to the ordering of our matches, up next, we're going to be casting Hero versus Björn. That's going to be our next series. Then followed by Max Bax and Trigger, and then followed by Classic versus Hero Marine. Then we get into the semis and then grand finals. This is a one-day event, and every series is going to be casted. It's going to be a lot of matches. It's going to be a lot of matches, a lot of StarCraft. Bearing in mind these are all best of 3s. The finals will be a best of 5, but even the semis are also best of 3s. So that is going to help when it comes to the length of the broadcast, but expect this to be like 5 hours. Like I'm expecting like a 5-hour cast. It's going to be an intense one, baby.